Hello everybody, my name is Giuseppe Perrone and I am the responsible of Blockchain Excellence Center for Mediterranean area of EY. During this webinar, I'm proud to present blockchain solution during this COVID-19 time. And I would highlight especially blockchain technology on the disruptive application that we could analyze in detail in these few minutes, and we are implementing in the last weeks. So first of all, what is blockchain? Key pillars of technology. Blockchain, as you know, is a public and distributed registry shared between several participants in a peer-to-peer networks. The name is originated by chain of block, ordered chronologically and protected by cryptography. In the blockchain technologies, there are four principal components. The first is the possibility to replicate the information thanks to the distributed ledger that are database of transaction replicated for each node. The second main point is the consensus. Each transaction, in order to register it on the blockchain, is needed to obtain a consensus between the node. It is a collaborative and cooperative way to verify and check this transaction before the registration. The third main point is the encryption. Each participant in the network has the opportunity to digitize the transaction, but for each transaction we apply a cryptographic sign. In this way, we can share on the blockchain a public key and a private key. The public key identifies uniquely the information on the network, and the private key is the key used to sign the transaction. And the fourth and maybe the major innovative element of blockchain technology is the smart contract. The smart contract is not a legal contract, but is an informatical object in order to automate rules, service level agreement, operation between two or more parties. And this object can be used to operate into the network and to verify the process used to check a transaction or a process or a relationship between more of two parties in each database, in each nodes of the environment. Move on the next page. We can consider the three main areas and three main pillars to facilitate new business models thanks to the blockchain technology. The first is the notarization. The notarization is the possibility to associate to a specific identity and an element that link this information notarized on the blockchain and can guarantee mutability, timestamping, certification, and the possibility to check this transaction like a virtual notary. The second element is the possibility to blockchain to create digital unit value that are the tokens, and the tokens is the key element to share on the different wallets into the blockchain environment. For example, this sharing can enable the possibility to create a coalition loyalty program, the sharing of information between different healthcare digital folder, or in the case of master degree in the school environment. And the third pillar is the automation. So the possibility to, thanks to the smart contract, to create dynamic activities, business rules, for example, to digitize procurement relationship, to digitize the steps about the control of service level agreement, and monitoring of KPI, key indicators in the relationship between more of two parties. If we consider blockchain, the principal benefit is of the adoption of this trend born with the cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, but that we are studying also over this sector, is the immutability, the timestamping, the possibility to apply an high value on the privacy and the data protection, tokenization. We are studying, for example, new consensus method like zero knowledge proof in order to securize transaction in a private channel on the mainnet, on the public blockchain. The interoperability, transparency, the one-time execution, the distribution of information on the network in order to securize this data and to replicate the information into different database. So I would introduce these main benefits in real cases and in real application that we are studied for in this period and to find a solution to contrast, for example, fake news, thanks to the AnswerCheck solution, one of the first solution blockchain in the world with the possibility to certify the origin of the news. Which are the principles of the AnswerCheck solution? This solution is allow the reader to see a new story and verify its reliability thanks to a tag on the HTML page where the consumer can realize the comparison between the original news and the news registered on the blockchain, enabling ANSA and its customer to become a quality provider, but also can connect a journalist signature to the specific article published on the ecosystem and implement as last but not least a new logic and business model like subscription fees and all distribution of news, especially on the social network, or to verify the intellectual property and the rights of property about photo, picture in the case of photo news or video news. Every player in the ecosystem can be benefit of the major solution concept, because the reader can check the reliability and can see the head of the article in the AnswerCheck certificate, the timing of and the date of the release of the news, and the cryptographical key that link this news to an MD5 or a SHA-256 link to the news. And in this case, the story of the news can be certified with more information that link the news with the date of registration, the date of publishing, and the reader can see the AnswerCheck certificate in order to show all of this information. The aim of this project is protect the name of ANSA in the classical source by ANSA, with the possibility to verify if effective this news, the provenance of this news is linked to this agency, and it will also be able to know the number of new reposted, and a true public blockchain can enable this new management system. As you can see in the video on the ANSA website, it's possible to have a tag on the news and to click on this tag in order to see the information. For example, in this case, AnswerCheck is the tag. If you click on the AnswerCheck, you can see the information that I described before, and after you can see and check with the real-time control the text or part of this text if it's the same of the news registered on the blockchain. And the blockchain certificate can show the block ID, the block hash, the timestamping, and as I said, to verify the integrity of the news. It's possible not only to see and to check all data of this news, but also a part of this text. Obviously, the solution linked a wallet named with the ANSA reference to the mainnet of Ethereum in order to prove this authenticity. The second solution that I would introduce to you, and I'm very proud to show, is Trust Delivery. Trust Delivery is a solution to securize the quality and sanitary standards, especially for the food delivery. What are the principal components of this solution? The first is the possibility for the restaurant to agree and to check a checklist of sanitary standard compliant with regulation, to upload the certificate that can prove this information, and to register all of this data, like the information of riders on security standard, on the blockchain. We link the ordering number to a specific sign, a specific standard QR code on the package of the food, and if the label is removed, it releases a mark on the package in order to ensure the security of the order. At the end, when the consumer scans this QR code, thanks to a traditional photo camera, he can see a landing page, the restaurant standard, the delivery history, and can release also feedback on the security standard. All of this information are periodically registered on the blockchain, and the smart contract can ensure that these data are really updated, compliant with the standard. That solution is started with the first 20 restaurants in Italy, but we have in pipeline to extend to more of 120,000 activities that needed the food delivery in order to distribute this product to the final customer. And let me say what are the key benefits. For the restaurant, the possibility to have a specific interface with the show of the standard and the possibility to offer a value-added service to the final end user. The restaurant will have access to the dedicated dashboard. In this way, you can see the information shared with the other actors, and can prevent also the traceability of ownership of the different activities, the activities owned by the restaurant and the activities owned, for example, by the rider. The solution includes also API in order to integrate with the classical food delivery platform and to offer a new and unique service to the operator. And other players can ensure the guarantee of sanitary standard to end consumer with the flexible integration of all actors involved in this process. Last but not least, the third solution, I think, to support the education in blockchain while you're at home. And in this case, we have student anaglyphic creation on blockchain degree certificate, and the sharing of this certificate. The solution can prove the possibility for a student to prove the participation to a specific course, and to obtain this badge notarized and tokenized on the public blockchain. Obviously, the network can include, in this case, one university, Lewis Business School, the students, but can offer this service to the corporate to select the employees, but also to recruiter and certificators. In this small video, we can see the information about the registration of anagraphic data, and for each student, we can introduce this information in a specific blockchain certificate. So it's important to have a clear input of the data registered, and after the solution notarize this information on the blockchain. At the end, for Luis, for example, Luis Business School, you can see the data about certificate, like in this case, downloaded the certificate, but have a unique code with the alphanumeric string that, in case of checks by recruiter or corporation HR department, you can see all data linked to this course, to this master degree, to this bachelor, and have the proof that this information are linked to a specific institution, like in this case, Luis Business School, and registered by an owner with all powers to guarantee the correctness of this data and the possibility to share. There are three solutions that can ensure, as I said, as in this case, the tangible benefits for all users involved in this process. And I think that blockchain can accelerate the process to involve more participants to apply these technologies, thanks to the classical benefits that we have mentioned in this webinar. Obviously, is not the only disruptive technology that can solve all issues in the classical key processes and critical activities of the companies and the public administration, but can offer a real key to implement and improve the digitalization of the services, the automation of these services, and the trusting between the different key actors involved in the process. Thanks about this talk, and in this last chart you can see all data about our contact, in case is necessary to deepen more the aspect that we have highlighted. Thanks to Mariano, our producer director, and we hope to spread these innovative services, this innovation together.